welcome back to Grand Adventure. I'm your host, Mark Guido, and our Grand Adventures are typically more about the destination than the journey. But traveling the Icefields Parkway through the Canadian Rockies is a grand adventure in and of itself. We're going to travel the entire length of the Icefields Parkway on our move day today, and we're bringing you along. Stay tuned. The 140-mile section of Alberta Highway 93, traveling from Lake Louise to Jasper through Banff and Jasper National Parks, is also known as the Icefields Parkway. We're traveling the parkway today to get from Yoho National Park, just across the British Columbia border from the southern end of the parkway, to our home for filming next week's episode from Jasper National Park. And we're bringing you along on this relatively short but incredibly scenic grand adventure. The Icefields Parkway travels through some stunning Rocky Mountain scenery, featuring jagged peaks, thick forests, glaciers, and vibrant turquoise-colored lakes. Stunning Bow Lake sits right along the parkway's shoulder beneath the Crowfoot Glacier. The parkway is particularly busy in July and August, with up to 100,000 vehicles traveling the road each month. However, traffic is steady during our mid-June trip, even though the busy season hasn't yet arrived. The roadway consists mainly of 2 lanes with occasional passing lanes, and minimizes grades and hairpin turns. Commercial trucks are prohibited. The posted speed limit is 90 kilometers per hour, or 56 miles per hour. Snow can be expected at any time of year, and extreme weather is common in winter. There is no cell service for the parkway's entire length. The viewpoint of Peyto Lake is one of the most popular stops along the parkway, and it's easy to understand why. The parking lot includes RV parking, but is nevertheless tight to maneuver with a large rig, and the viewpoint is 700 meters away up a steep paved path. A Canadian National Parks permit is normally required to travel on the Icefields Parkway. However, Parks Canada is waiving national park entrance fees from June 20th through September 2nd this year, and discounting camping fees by 25%. The picturesque turquoise lakes just keep on coming. This is Waterfowl Lake, also right beside the roadway. The Icefields Parkway was predated by the Wonder Trail, which opened in 1885, after the Canadian Pacific Railway was completed and brought increased tourist traffic to Banff National Park. In 1931, the Canadian government commissioned the construction of a single-track road between Lake Louise and Jasper in the Great Depression as a relief project, built by hand and employing 600 men. In 1961, today's reconstructed paved and modern highway was opened. Eventually, the parkway intersects with Alberta Highway 11, approaching from Red Deer to the east at Saskatchewan River Crossing. It was named the crossing when travelers and fur traders used this spot to cross the North Saskatchewan River on their way to British Columbia in the 19th century. This is the only place offering basic services between Lake Louise and Jasper, including gasoline, restaurant, and lodging, and only during the summer months. You're better off starting the parkway with a full tank, however, as fuel prices here have been observed as being as much as 50% more expensive than elsewhere. Leaving Saskatchewan River Crossing, the road continues to follow the scenic North Saskatchewan River for a bit before starting its big climb. We'll take this opportunity to pause for a moment for an important message from our valued video sponsor, Brooklyn Bedding. Improve your sleep while camping with a new RV mattress from our video sponsor, Brooklyn Bedding. They offer 4 different mattress constructions in 21 different sizes, depending on preference and price point. Everything from standard queen to all of those funky, odd RV sizes. Brooklyn Bedding manufactures all of its mattresses right at their factory in Arizona. And RVmattress.com ships them right to your door for free, all rolled up and compressed in a vacuum seal. Just cut the wrap to unroll the mattress onto your bed, then cut the vacuum seal. For our mattress, Brooklyn Bedding starts with a layer of high-density foam for a supported base. Just above the base, an 8-inch core of over 1,000 individually encased coils provides the essential support. Immediately above the coils is a 1-inch layer of memory foam and 2-inch layer of hyper-elastic TitanFlex foam. Finally, at the very top is a 1.5-inch layer of antimicrobial CopperFlex foam with TitanCool, which is designed to maintain an ideal sleep body temperature of 88 degrees. Every RV mattress from Brooklyn Bedding comes with a limited lifetime warranty and a 120-night sleep trial. Visit RVmattress.com/grandadventure and use code GRANDADVENTURE to get a full 30% off your entire order. Eventually, the road departs from the riverbank and begins its ascent of 6,660-foot Sunwapta Pass. High on the pass, the roadway passes from Banff National Park into Jasper National Park. Here, the road travels directly through the high alpine as it approaches the massive Columbia Icefield from which the parkway has gained its name. And yes, those are ski tracks I spy. Glaciers have become increasingly rare in North America, and the view of the Columbia Icefield from Icefields Center is something to behold, even though the Athabasca Glacier visible from here only represents a tiny tongue of the Icefield as a whole. Icefield Center is something of a zoo, as virtually all Parkway travelers stop here for interpretive exhibits, restaurants, and gift shops. Guided hikes on the glacier and trips onto the ice in full-size buses with oversized all-terrain tires both depart from here. What serves as an RV parking lot here during the day becomes a dry RV campground at night for $17.50 Canadian per camper. We were going to stay here for a few nights, but with some campers parked so closely together that they can't even open their slides, we changed our mind and booked a site at the end of the parkway in the Jasper Overflow campground for the same price. They're also predicting up to 4 inches of heavy wet snow here on Saturday, June 21st. North of the Columbia Icefield, the Icefields Parkway follows the Athabasca River as it steadily descends and continues north towards Jasper. About 20 miles south of Jasper, you enter the area destroyed by 2024's devastating Jasper wildfires. This extreme destruction, as far as one can see in any direction, continues all the way to the town of Jasper itself, something that we'll examine more closely in next week's Grand Adventure from Jasper National Park. Let's be honest, although it's surrounded by scenic mountains, Jasper's Overflow campground where we're staying tonight is positively butt ugly. It looks like it was built from a converted gravel pit. It's also right next to a very active railroad track. It's dry camping, but any port in a storm. And at $17.50 Canadian, the price was right. And it was almost all we could get in the Jasper area on short notice, before our planned stay at Whistler's Campground in Jasper National Park was set to begin. With Amazon's Prime Day specials now underway, we also wanted to take a moment to share with you one way we've been using our ICECO APL 35 all-aluminum portable refrigerator freezer that we introduced to you back in March in our episode 404, linked right here on the screen. While we use the APL 35 to bring along fresh food and drinks on travel days, like today on the Icefields Parkway, one other big benefit we've seen is keeping refrigerated items fresh and frozen items frozen when we have to shop at a distant supermarket, sometimes an hour or more away from our campsite. Just toss the groceries in the ICECO and set the temperature. With no ice required, that could potentially wet our groceries as it slowly melts. For Amazon Prime Day through July 11th, ICECO is offering discounts of up to 20% off. Just click the link down below in the video description or scan the QR code on your screen to learn more. We're now set up in Whistler's Campground in Jasper National Park, waiting for the weather to clear so we can begin filming next week's Grand Adventure. So if you're not yet a Grand Adventurer yourself, there is no better time than right now for you to go smash that little subscribe button right down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. And ring that notification bell to be sure that you never miss a Grand Adventure, which we premiere right here every Wednesday evening. We'd be honored if you shared the channel with your friends, family, and on social media. If you enjoyed this episode from the Icefields Parkway, please be sure to give us a big thumbs up down below. And while you're down below, that's where you'll find the comments section where we'd love to hear from you each and every week. So until next Wednesday from Jasper National Park, please remember, life is nothing but a grand adventure. We'll see you then.